All right. Well, today we pulled in the GMC into the shop. I kind of got a mess in here, but so there's something I've been wanting to do for a while, and it's kind of going in reverse. Now, man, I didn't even pick this stuff up. Let me clean up this mess, and I'll get going on this video. Okay, so actually, you know what? Let's go into the truck and let's look and see, because like I said, I'm kind of going backwards a little bit. So previously, I had my truck in the shop, and my truck did not come with, actually, let me give it a little light, but did not come with the garage door opener. So then I ordered this from eBay, installed it, and then it wouldn't work with my garage door opener, come to find out, because I had a newer one. And then, let me turn this light back off here. So then, because I have this newer Chamberlain garage door opener, right? So then I bought this little deal that it ended up working with it, and it was working back here, but I could never ever get. I couldn't get it to work on the when I had it in my 3-car garage in the actual house. I could never get those garage door openers to connect. So what I ended up doing, the funny thing is, I tried to sell this thing on like OfferUp. Nobody ever wanted it, or Marketplace or whatever. But so I still had it. This is the original one that came in the truck. I kind of got ahead of myself, messing with this. But so what I ended up doing, let's put this down here. So I still had this old kit. This is the same exact kit that I bought, or the same kit that I bought from my wife's car when I installed her little garage door opener, because her car didn't have one. So it came with these extra pieces, right? So, and you can see it comes with these little pads and templates, and I still have the instructions and stuff. So what I did was I came over here and I kind of put through this on there to kind of see if if it would work out. Right, so obviously this is going to go something like this on there. So, I'm going to cut it out and whatever. But, so anyway, so here's the new kit. If anybody's interested in the part number, probably see a little better like that, maybe. But, anyways, I'll put it down in the description. But I got it on Amazon, of course. And this is what it comes with. Basically comes with the wiring. And you just have to connect this to a 12-volt source. I believe it says constant and one for the lights, but you could probably just hook it up to a 12-volt switched, and it probably should be fine. You need a ground. This is the part that plugs in to the little brain. And then the brain is going to go under here. So obviously you need to have a flat spot that you could put this on, right? Because you got to cut this out, mount this. But we'll see, we'll get into that. But I kind of like already, as you can see, I kind of already marked that out, what I need to cut out to make this fit in there. And I did measure it, to kind of center it up and all that stuff before I did this, right? But anyway, so we're going to get to cutting that out. We're going to get to installing it. We're going to remove the old one. Actually, we'll probably remove the old one first. And then so we can take a look in there, find a power source, do all that stuff. Let's go. Okay, so we're going to pop the old one out. Now, in order to do this, just need like a little screwdriver or something. We're going to have to get in right here and just kind of pop this out. There's like 2 little spaces. You can kind of see where you have to get in there. If you just kind of push in there, and you got to push that little tab in, try not to break it, of course. Right, so you just pop the little plastic piece out, set that to the side, and in here there should be 2, and this is a T15 Torx. Okay. So we're going to go ahead, loosen these up. I believe they don't even fall out if you just loosen them up enough. Alright. So I believe that's enough. And then there's like little clips in the back here. And I believe one of mine was broken. That's why it's like hanging like that. Okay, so it just pops out. Yeah, so one of my clips right here was broken when I originally bought this thing. It is so hot out here. Okay, so in order to disconnect this, you're just going to push this little button right here from the main harness. And that's it. All right. So you can see where this thing gets its power from right here. So we could probably kind of see, probably gets it from this wire right here. Right, so this red and white wire, and this plugs into that red and white wire. So we're going to do some testing, and we're going to see, but that's how you get it out. All right, so I got my test light right here. I found a little ground point, the cigarette lighter down here. Now we're going to go through these wires, and we know that, pretty sure this one's gets, okay, so this one has constant power. The key's out right now, and I have a red light. So let's test these other ones. Nothing, nothing. Okay, this one has something, so that's probably a constant power. Okay, nothing. And this one also has something. So we want something that's switched. So this is probably a ground, most likely. Let's look at these other side here. Nothing, 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 nothing. So this is constant. Constant. Okay, so we don't want none of the constant ones. So maybe this one, this one, this one, or this one. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn the key on. So we can see. Go all the way to on. Okay, so now this one has power. This one does also. This one. So this one, or this one. Okay, one of these might be illumination. So let me turn the lights off, because they automatically come on. Okay, so now that one turned off. That's a brown with a white wire, so you don't want that one, because that's only going to work when the lights are on, even though they're probably always on. Okay, this one still has power, and this one still has power. So we're probably going to go with this one. It's a red wire. So this is 12 volts switched. So let's make sure. So we have the light on. You know, let me turn this light off. Probably be easier to see. So the light's on. Put the key off, and then it went off. Put the key back on, we get the light. So that's what we want. Okay, so let's talk about that real quick. So if you wanted this to work, the garage door opener, with no if you wanted it to work without, you know, like no matter what, the truck, you have the key in, whatever, you would connect it to this 12 volt constant. If you wanted it to work only when the key is in, then you're going to want a switched power. Okay, so you could hook up the one red wire right here to the constant, and then the white to the switch, and then what, it's going to always have power, and then this little light, well, you can't see it here, but so the little lights will probably only turn on when you have the key on, because you don't want it to drain the battery, right? Or you could just hook them both up to switched, and it's not even going to work. And a lot of people are particular about that, because they don't want, if the car is sitting out in front of their driveway, they don't want that thing to have power. So then if that's the case, just hook it up to switch, because it's only going to have power when the key is on. So, all right, so we're going to get this thing tapped in, wired, and then we'll do the cutting. Let's keep going. Okay, I did want to mention this. So right here, obviously I had to unwrap some of this tape, and it left a bunch of nasty, sticky stuff. We're going to go ahead and cut that off. Right, but so that's annoying to deal with, but if you take a little bit of WD-40 and you put it on a rag, right, so we don't want to get it in the truck, but so I'm just going to spray a little bit on the rag, and then I'm going to go over these wires, and it will remove all of that sticky. And you don't, you know, because it's nasty, like, to try to mess with the wiring, right? So just a little bit of WD-40 on there, and the stickiness is completely gone. All right, just wipe off the residue from the WD-40. Now there's no stickiness at all. So much better. So anyway, it's just a little trick. Okay, so for this wiring harness, I'm just going to cut these both off right here. and I'm going to combine them into one. So we can make the connection, because I don't have any of the nice little connectors that tap in. I guess I'm out completely. So we'll just go ahead and combine these into one. This should work fine. If it doesn't, then I will obviously make an edit. I'm out of the red ones. I'm going to have to do an order for the bunch of stuff here. I'm out of all kinds of stuff. Okay, so those will both go together, and then we're going to go ahead and put this here. I really don't like these so much. I had a bunch of the other ones, but so then this is going to plug into here, and then this is going to connect here and then inside the car. So let's get over there. Okay, so we have our little wiring piece right here, our little extension that's going to connect to the power, and then we figured out it was going to be this red wire right here. Okay, so on these, all you have to do is one side, it's going to slide all the way in and stop. Alright, so you probably can't see in there, but this slides in and stops. Right, and it goes past the point where this is going to lock down in it. So I usually just like to put it, like obviously put this up, because it's easier for it to hold itself in there. And then you just take this around the other wire, right? And this is just going to crimp this in, and it's going to connect this wire to this wire. Then you're going to take some regular, or just some kind of flat plier, and you're just going to pinch that down. You're going to try not to squeeze it too hard, and that should make the connection there. So now, well, you should push this little cap on. That locks it in. So now this should have the 12 volts. Okay, so it's off right now. Let's turn this light off. Let's put the key in and make sure we get power. And there we go. So now we extended the wiring to this point. That's what we wanted. Okay, so as far as the ground, I was going to try to see if there was a ground on there, but you know what? I'm just going to, if I can untangle all this mess. See, it comes with this little eyelet, so I'm just going to self-tap something like right here somewhere, because it's not going to interfere at all. So I'm going to use one of these little 1/4 inch self-tapping. Not sure if you guys can even see that, but as you can see, it's self-tapping how it has the little deal right here, but probably can't even see it. So just stick this on my impact, and we're just gonna go like, let's go like right here. And that's it, right? So the threads touching the metal should be plenty enough to ground that little circuit. So what we'll do is, now that we have the hole, I mean, I could have did this all at once, but let's take this in there, and we'll just put it right back in, and that's it. So now it's grounded, and look, it's holding our little harness up there. So we could just plug this in. So we had those two connected. Just plug this in. I'll probably put some Tessa tape over that, and we'll just kind of tuck this up here somehow. I'll probably Tessa tape all this stuff up, and then we'll have our connection right here, ready to go. Okay, so that's all pretty much buttoned up. I just got the little cable here that plugs into the unit, and I got plenty of room to move it this or that. This plug is here. I kind of like to leave stuff where, you know, I mean, it looks nice, but it's noticeable that there's some kind of aftermarket thing here. If I was ever to sell the truck, it would be pretty obvious. So just in case, you know, it had to get worked on. I don't know, fuse blew or something. I don't know. So anyways, that's all wrapped up. Now we just need to get to, like I said, get to cutting, getting that thing installed on the actual unit, and then plugging it in. Okay, I really hope that fan is not gonna drown this audio out. But so I'm gonna try to attempt to cut this with my multi-tool. And I do have this dumb blade that I've had forever, and it's actually not even, it used to be like a wood blade, well, it's a metal blade, but so I'm just gonna try to be careful and just cut on the inside of here. Let's see how it goes. Alright, so what I did was I just busted out some hand files, and I just filed this little sections down until this thing pops in there easily. See, it pops in there easily. I didn't take too much. Obviously you can see it's not gonna see anything behind it. I am gonna clean all this up, but and then this piece will pop in back here, right? And then so you can see what happens is this. Let's see here. So I have this upside down. So this little light goes at the top. This little, where this little light is. So these two posts go into those two holes, and then that back one, and it just kind of snaps in. Right? So now what you need to do is take some of these little pieces that I use to fill in that gap to make it a nice tight snug fit. So these will go back here. Something like this. And you could stack them. So I'm gonna clean all this up, get this a nice tight fit, and then we'll keep going. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can tell, but I ended up having to use 2 layers of that little foam. That's these little foams right here. So it comes with like 3 or 4 of them, but I used 2 layers in order to pick up that space. And I was gonna go with this gray, but I think I'm just gonna go with this black. I think it'll just look better. So I'm gonna clean this all up, get it all together, and then we'll see the final product. Okay, so that's all cleaned up and ready to go back in. So once you push this in there, you literally just sandwich the 2 pieces together. You can hear it click, and that's it. But I think I like the black better. And if I end up trying to change my mind, I can put one of the other colors. Let's see, there's also this color too, right? So it's like a tan. I don't know. I think the black just looks better. But let's get it back in the truck. Alright, so we're going to plug in our main harness. And we're going to plug in our little adapter harness. Let's see, it goes this way. Oh, I did unplug this one to get it out of the way earlier. I'll plug that back in. Alright. And that's about it. So we should be able to just fish this back up here. Just watching out for those clips. I mean, just like that. And one of these screws popped out. So let's find the hole. You know how we do that. Get them both started. Alright, this obviously just needs to be snug. Doesn't need to be gorilla tight. You can kind of see where the gap goes away. Right. Where it's nice and tight in there. It's just plastic. It's just going into plastic. That's it. And then, well, actually, you know what? We need to program it. So let me go get some one of the remotes so I can program this one in the shop. Okay, so it says we should just be able to press and hold these two buttons at the same time. I don't even think we have to reset anything from the beginning, but so I'm watching the indicator light. Okay, it flashed fast. So I think the shop closed because of this, but well, let's try to open it. Let's see. Yep, it's already working. Let's see if you guys can even see that in the rear view mirror. But it's already working. So let's see here. Let's see if you can see the rear view mirror, but let's press it. There it goes. So it's just so much better. Obviously I got the truck running, so we don't want it to go down all the way, but that's literally it. So I didn't even do anything. I just connected it, and then in order to program it, you take the original transmitter and then you just hold it really close to it while you hold them both. This light, it's hard to see right here, but there's a little light here, and obviously these other ones are programmed. So you know what, let me see, so you can see the light. See how it's flashing? So you know, that tells you right there, these are really dim. At night I'm sure those will light up a little bit better, but so you just hold the transmitter and whatever button you want to. So this is my shop, so it's gonna be my third one, and I just held them both together, and then that little indicator light started flashing really fast, indicating it's programmed, and that's it. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do the rest of my doors, because I have 3, and then we're gonna call this installation good. But maybe I'll just summarize here in a second. I'm gonna pop all this stuff back on, but let me get everything programmed and I'll finish it up. Okay, so we're going to program this door right here. So we're gonna hold it until it flashes fast. Okay, it is. So it should be programmed. Of course, it opened because of the me pressing the button here on the transmitter. So let's go ahead and hit this button. I think I had to do it twice on the second one last time too. There it goes. Just that easy. The updated versions of this stuff just works way better than trying to use the old stuff. But let's do one more. Let's do the big 2-car garage. So that's going to be this main button. Blinking. It's blinking fast. Okay. So let's go ahead and press it. Okay, you got to press it again. For some reason, the first time, it wants you to press it twice, maybe 3 times. There it goes. Okay, so let's open this one. There it goes. Let's go ahead and stop it. Let's do the 2-car one more time. Works no problem. Stop it. Close it. Perfect. Alright, well, there it is. I know it kind of seemed like I went backwards, but you know, this does not look bad, and it fits right there perfectly. So I don't know, maybe it's a mod you want to do with these newer garage door openers. You just need the newer stuff in order to work with it. So the old stuff just does not like to work with it, especially that I think it's Lear or whatever. I don't know, it's just constant problems with it. Better just to go this route. Anyways, like and subscribe. And you know, I'm always doing videos like this, hopping up this truck or whatever. And until the next time, peace.